Guys, before we start today's episode, I want to give just a few notes of housekeeping. First one, I just wanted to mention something about this episode. Towards the end of the episode, they mentioned a show that's taking place on March 5th at Lefty's. This show is no longer happening. They didn't actually mention the people who ran it, which I think is good. But essentially, they were running a scam. And this is something that maybe was in my radar, but I didn't realize it until literally the next morning after we recorded this episode. The show got canceled, and everybody's going, "Yeah, these people are scammers." I was like, "Ah, fuck." Of course, I find out about this the day after I record this episode. So I wanted to kind of just throw that in the beginning, let everybody know. If you see a show for that, don't support those people. They're scammers. The second thing I wanted to mention, kind of just a personal note. We're doing the podcast here full time all the time. But in my, spare life, I am actually finishing my degree, in school, working towards finalizing that process, in video production. So over the next few months, you may find that there may be some holes, some gaping, like where's today's episode type of thing. When you're looking, and I just want everybody to keep that in mind, and please bear with me these next few months, while things might be a little rocky in terms of delivery. We're gonna have a short film that's gonna be in the works and being produced and all that. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, so if you experience any interruptions in the show, I apologize. We will get back there as soon as we can. Without further ado, here are our sponsors. Guys, are you a rock band or solo musician looking for representation at Waste shows? Well, our new sponsor, Cranial Nerve Records, can help. This organization has been fundamental in securing live shows for the podcast, and we couldn't be more grateful to them. Reach out to them for bookings via email at cranialnerverecords@gmail.com. Stutterbox Productions is a backbone for many of the events that you see in the Midwest, from EDM festivals to late-night hip-hop shows. This company has been working closely with this podcast since the beginning, and we always have plenty of things planned for the future. So, if you're looking to plan your next gig or event, head over to the Facebook page to learn more today. Guys, you know them, you love them. Guerrilla Graphics Design Agency can provide you top-tier effects and production value. They have everything you can ask for, including professional equipment and a stellar end product from top to bottom. Head over to GuerrillaGraphics.com for all of your design needs today. That's GuerrillaGraphics.com. Guys, this is the Cow Stars podcast. I'm your host, as always, Coleman Cowster. We're joined today by returning guest KN Dot and newcomer Dennis
Drae
the Menace. Oh my god.
I mean everybody's going. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody's going. No, I mean it's gonna take a while, but I mean trust me, y'all gonna get used to that name. But remember, it's called Drae the Menace.
Drae the Menace.
Yes.
Drae without the dog.
Broski. That's Broski.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. How you guys doing today?
Shit, man. Working.
Another weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, shit. We still doing what we gotta do. We still trying to get on. Yeah, man.
You guys find yourself sacrificing a lot of weekends for your shit?
No, I mean, to be honest, I feel like it's not more of a sacrifice because, like, when we do, like, when we get into the studio and then do what we do and make our music, shit, it be fun. So yeah, it's like, sure. So I mean, like, I mean, ultimately, what most people would want to do is like be outside and you know what I'm saying,
yeah, or
do other things. But you know what I'm saying, I feel like for those who like to stick to the grind and want to discover more about what's really going on with themselves as far as like the skills and their talent and shit, I feel like those are the ones who, you know what I'm saying, they still good too. In my eyes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But it's definitely about perspective.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But are you guys spending like a lot of your weekends working on your shit?
I think there's steps to it. There's like levels to like how much like you consider work. Kind of like what he's saying. Like when you go to the studio and once you start recording, like that's gonna be a lot less work. Like as opposed to when you're trying to craft something from the bottom. Like I recently started making beats to try and create music off of, and that's a whole entire different process, or a completely different process than if I pull up somewhere, have a beat picked out for me, and then just have to write a verse or, you know, take over the song or something like that, which is a lot easier.
Yeah. There is some like I love the sense of being able to like create your own beats or like, you know, that kind of shit.
Right.
Like, you know, I used to rap and I used to like make my own beats.
That's
on,
right.
My shit too. And, like just kind of like when you have that like element of like those things add, it makes it a beautiful thing. But at the same time, like having a combo, like having like a master musical, like, you know, beat creator with someone who is like a master lyricist, like that can be beautiful too.
Oh no, it combines actually well.
It just depends on what you're going for. Do you think there's some kind of limitation when, like, in a way, do you think there maybe is a limitation when you're like kind of working within your own craft like that?
No, I don't see no. To be honest, I don't see a limitation. The reason why I say that is because, like, when we do because the way we structure our music, it's gonna be known when they hear it. But you can tell who's good at one and who's good at the other, and we do what we do in the best of our abilities. We never try to venture off in the other person's, you know what I'm saying, wave or style. But the way we do it at a higher level, it just combines so well and makes it sound good. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like by us doing that at a, you know what I'm saying, high level, and we moving at the same frequency, I mean, saying that right there, you know what I'm saying, start to intertwine, you know what I'm saying, in itself, like, gracefully. So when people really hear the music, like I played a little something for you earlier, like it gets deeper than that. Like when people sit down and listen to what we saying, like we bounce off of each other on songs. So when I just can't wait. It's gonna be amazing, and I feel like I'm already jumping ahead because I ain't even tell them what's going on. We ain't even we ain't even let them know what's going on.
He's trying to make me feel like I didn't understand the question.
but nah, I'm just the type of person that like to answer directly of the question. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But basically, nah, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Yeah, well, you said yes. Why do you think it is?
Well, I just think that there's only so much that you can do at once.
Yeah,
like there's limitations on the amount of work that you can put in. You know, people have lives outside of their hobbies. Thanks. You know, you gotta have other shit going on. People got other shit going on. You know, but I think in terms of creative limitations, no. Like he's saying, like creative limitations. I don't think there's anything that we couldn't tap into.
Sure.
Especially if it's different when you don't know what you're trying to tap into, and then you tap into it, which is a great feeling, versus when you think of something and you know exactly how to do it, and then you tap into that, and that is also a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying with the limitations. Like there is only so much like you're capable of doing.
Have
you guys ever seen the movie Synodouche? I'm saying it wrong, but Synodouche, New York, or Synodouche, New York? I know that sounds like weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't.
So it's this movie about this guy who's like a playwright, and he wants to like construct this like insanely big play, and it gets to a point where like it actually is lifelike in like society, and gets trapped in like this, and then he gets trapped in this society. He's like running from like riots in the streets and shit. In this play that he just like spends his whole life creating. Like so he gets like a stadium. Like
this play comes to life or some shit.
Well, he gets like a stadium, and he like creates like a lifelike. Basically a city for a play. And
shit.
But it's just it's so mass scale that it's not even a play at that point. It's literally just like a reality that this man's like created in a bubble essentially.
It's almost like some Westworld shit.
I haven't seen Westworld actually. It's on I need to hit it up on HBO before.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I need to watch both of those because
it's done. I'm pretty sure it's got the 4th season. I finished it. It's pretty good though.
Oh, it's a season.
If you're
you're talking about the show?
Yeah, the movie is garbage. The movie is
real?
Absolute garbage. I
didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the movie's not garbage. The concept is good. I guess I shouldn't say it's garbage, but
like it's just done poorly, or
it's done in the 80s.
Sure.
It's from like 85 or 88, something like that, and there wasn't a lot of funding done to it, and I don't think there was a lot of time spent on it, even for a movie being produced in the 80s. I don't think whoever directed it cared as much about it as they could have in terms of compared to the TV show, at least now, and how much money they spend on that shit. And like, there's a reason why they spend so much money on that TV show.
Is it in the book?
I think it does derive from a book, but I don't think that it is like a book.
I'm gonna look it up.
I think it might derive from a book, like it might be inspired by a book.
Westworld. And what was the name of the movie?
It's Westworld. They're both called Westworld. Like the show is based off of the movie.
No. I was saying you said that movie Westworld,
the
but
playwright.
Yeah. What was that other movie?
He said I don't want to have to say that.
No. Because I'm.
God damn it! What movies are just talking about?
It was like some guy made
something New York.
I can't say it. I can't pronounce it. Synchode, New York. Synchode.
SYN.
New York.
All right. So
anyway, otherwise, look up Andy Kaufman, or not Andy Kaufman.
Future
Charlie
Me.
Kaufman.
Make sure you keep note. Look up this stuff.
Charlie Kaufman, he's a screenwriter. He wrote the screenplay for that. So look up him, and then you'll find it in that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
No, that sounds pretty fire, though. That sounds like a good ass
I'm gonna check that
kind of
out.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have favorite films?
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. I actually do. It's some black shit, but I don't care. Friday.
That's okay. We don't discriminate.
Friday After Next.
Yeah.
All the Friday series. And then I ain't gonna lie, my favorite is The Wiz. That's my number one.
High school?
No, The Wiz.
Oh, The Wiz. Okay.
Like with Michael Jackson, Diana Ross.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about Friday. There's the shitting scene in the beginning. I have this weird thing with like shit and piss in movies where like I'm just like it turns me off and I don't want to watch it. So that came up and I was like, I'm good.
Have you never seen Friday for that reason?
I've never finished it. I need to rewatch it because it's a classic.
You gotta see all
this last year. I've been really focusing. I have like a list of like shit that I'm getting through.
Tubi TV, it's free. They have it on there.
They have it on Tubi.
Yeah, me and my girl.
I haven't checked that shit out yet.
Fuck, maybe I'll watch
I
it
heard
tonight.
good things about it though. Actually, I've heard good things about Tubi.
Me and my
Tubi. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tubi TV.
They got
me and my people. We always be watching that. We always be watching it on there. Like,
you know what?
Gotta roll up.
Yeah.
Watch them all.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely
Like a marathon.
One time I knew this guy who was like this huge. He was a huge stoner, and B, he drank White Russians. He had never seen The Big Lebowski. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? This is your movie.
For that movie, but I have not seen that
The Big
either.
Lebowski.
I do need to watch that movie. I'd known about it for a very long time. I will say I've known about it since I was like maybe 11 years old, so I am cultured enough to know that it exists at least, but I've never watched it.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
it's like a stoner movie where like this guy who plays bowling gets
well, isn't he the owner?
He gets entangled with like this big business owner who happens to have the last name, and like he just leads him down this like crazy path. I watched it on acid and like. Like I had like watched this like opinion piece on it, like breakdown of it, and I was like,
okay,
you know what? I think this is about the Middle East.
Yeah,
there was like all these little like
little cues that you were getting on.
Yeah,
were they actual cues? Did you go back and watch them again, and they were real cues?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's moments like on the TVs a lot. They're like playing through like all the that Bush administration and like all this stuff that was going on. Well, like not W like his father,
right?
Because the Gulf War and all that. I mean, that was a precursor to a lot of the stuff that it was basically the Middle East, that whole conflict, that whole 30
No,
year.
that is fair. That probably does align, kind of.
Yeah,
I could see that happening. I haven't seen the movie, so.
Yeah, but you're watching it on acid. There's a scene where like this guy's like wife gets kidnapped, and then Big Lebowski, the dude or whatever, the dude like goes there. And there's just like big dramatic scene with all his music. He's like sobbing, and then he just like pulls out a joint and hits it. And he's just sitting there like, it's just the funniest shit.
That should be funny.
Get high as fuck. Yeah, drunk as fuck and watch that movie.
That sounds like a hit.
I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, it's a few movies now. I gotta really check out.
Yeah.
All of these movies, I feel like they all should be on that app.
I don't know about Big Lebowski.
I don't know.
That's a pretty I don't know.
I might have to go to Walmart to go get the CD. You know they got all the movies.
Just rent it, bro. Just
Why rent it when you can buy it? So you ain't gotta.
because it's only like $3-4.
Well,
See,
the
but
Big
see, that's
Lebowski
my
probably
thing.
is only like $4 or $5, honestly, at the
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
That's
Or you
probably-
can
at
go to
the
you can go to
Walmart. It's probably pretty
JCD's
cheap.
right there in Clive.
Yeah,
or
JCD's
right,
probably
right,
has it
right down the
pretty
street
cheap.
from you. They probably got them.
Do you guys think DVDs, Blu-rays will ever become obsolete, or do you think it's always going to be that niche?
I think
You talking about CDs?
I think it's gonna be like vinyls.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be more of those things. It's gonna be something that people don't necessarily need, but they're versions of things that they can keep as an aesthetic or a nostalgia piece, or
To be honest, yeah.
maybe even an heirloom or something like that.
He said an heirloom.
Well, like think about it for us. If we have CDs of records that go platinum and our kids pass them down 3 generations, that's gonna be a fucking heirloom.
No, that's facts.
That's like,
But at the same time, that's why I say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still sell CDs, like, at some of my shows.
yeah, of course, you
Like, I
should
ain't gonna
definitely
lie.
tap into every
But-
market because we still have all of it.
Nah, but yeah, that's facts. But I'm saying, like, I don't see that. I really don't see a CD going, because, like, they making discs now to do, like, different shit. Like,
Yeah,
they
Yeah,
starting
but
to
the
be,
market's
like,
low.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This,
Can you imagine like porn DVDs?
they still got a lot.
There's
of
like there's gonna be like a whole niche market.
They
There's
got
gonna
a
be like
lot of those.
there's gonna be like some porn collection for like
They got
$200.
a
See,
lot.
Family Video thought that's what was gonna hold him up, probably, and it did
Exactly.
not work. That did not go well.
Nah,
for
I
them.
mean, it held up for
The
like
curtain
a good
got a
period.
little strict.
No, a good period of time.
it did prop him up for a while.
Yeah, nah, for a good like I'm telling you, the whole generation and the generation, but like 2-3 generations before us been hooked on pornography, bro.
Oh yeah.
Well, they
Like,
still
them
are. It's
sitting-
just
no,
they
them-
have cell phones now.
Yeah.
Actually,
The new generation got cell phones. OnlyFans.
I actually recently quit porn myself.
yeah, that's good too, man.
feel
Because yeah,
That
that's all a bad
That's
thing.
most
too.
of the time people's reaction when I say that.
Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean of quitting porn? Because I don't.
It means you
just don't
quit
jerk
watching
off.
it. Yeah, you just don't masturbate, which is actually better because you lose testosterone and shit when you masturbate, and it's like.
Yeah. I've
I mean,
noticed that
I
for
just-
sure.
I'm not super religious, but it's
I just
also
get
like
pussy,
sinful, I guess. So like, well, yeah,
No, I do.
intercourse is
I
a
just-
lot,
I
Oh,
just-
you think it's
a
sinful?
lot different.
For me, it is.
Masturbation
It's not
is
hard for
technically
me.
sinful.
Why do you think it's sinful? Just curious.
Well, if you that nigga, nah, let me stop. I'ma just sound like
That's a great explanation. Good job.
I'm gonna sound like an asshole.
Mic drop.
I'ma sound like an asshole. But nah, man. If you know how, if you keep your shit together and you know how to keep a woman, man, you ain't gotta worry about that shit. Like,
True.
Any female knows the real intent of a guy. And if you ever have a negative intent, like, I'm telling you, your female's intuition is very strong. So, you know what I'm saying? Gotta respect that, first of all. And second, it's like, I ain't got nothing to hide, first of all. There ain't nothing for me to hide. She knows that, and we'll keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't be seeing why people say it's so hard. Like, they like real people.
Yeah. Well, I think there's an element of like variety in porn that people chase.
Well, I think there is like
That's
a certain
that, man. They like that. They like that shit that they can't do.
yeah, bro. It's
Like,
a
no,
fantasy thing.
that's
It's a
all it
fantasy-
is.
it's a
They
fantasy
like the
factor,
shit that they
100%.
can't do. Like,
Yeah,
that.
the taboo shit. That's what most people. That's like. That's pretty sure it's
it's
like
a
90% of
hornball-
what everybody is watching, because
It's the
there's some
stepsister
people-
shit.
Yeah, shit like that. Not even just that, but like there's other shit too. That's like weird, like old and young people and shit. Like
Yeah.
there's like just taboo shit that people are like really fucking. They probably wouldn't do it, or they would do it if they had the chance, but they don't have the chance.
Man.
So they're living a fancy and type shit.
These
and like,
people can't have the chance, because do you know how much money
Yeah,
they spend
it's-
on these goddamn motherfuckers? You
If
telling me
if
you
spend money
dropping
on
a
porn,
bet?
you
No.
actually- That should be the first sign that you know you have a real
I've
problem.
seen so many females just drop their bank statements on goddamn. So I think that's what the trend is now, because
I'm
they've been
not
dropping.
going.
No, bro. I
I'm
seen
not
one girl
going.
drop a 32,000. I'm like, damn. Another girl
I'm
dropped a
not
15,000. I'm like, damn.
I'm not
And they
going.
know they showing all of this shit from the
Hurrah.
OnlyFans shit, and these niggas is bland. I'm like, damn. God damn. I'm like, dude, the much money y'all spend on pussy is real life prostitutes out there.
Invested the amount of money y'all putting into OnlyFans.
Swear to God. No, I'm so serious, bro.
Rich by now.
But
Nigga, why you dropping $100 a month on a bitch that you don't know? What the fuck are you thinking, bro?
No, it's females only fans. It's females only fans. Like the payment to subscribe, it'd be $100, and they be thriving. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah, and they be straight swooping motherfuckers up,
bro. I'm like, dude. I'm like, these females are lucky. Cause if I was able to just show a toe, and I'm getting like $100K.
Well, bitches be bending over and like they're not just showing toes. They're actually taking erotic pictures.
Some females,
and shit,
bro.
like,
some females only fans will probably consist of like straight tits.
Yeah, but they're still putting their body on the internet. You can't.
I wish I could show my chest and get some money. The fuck you talking about?
I'm just saying I can't go for none of that. None of them girls are aligning to any type of morale or anything like that. And by the time
we're not. But that's not what we talking about. We talking about the money. God damn the morale.
Because how you get the money also matters.
No, that's fact.
What the empire is built of is what consists of how strong it is.
We understand that, but I'm saying, fuck the morale. Fuck all that bullshit.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I really don't. I don't understand how that's possible.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think it poses a problem.
Bro,
it entraps
you're making way more. Bro, she's making damn near what a doctor makes.
All right, so what happens when she has kids?
My nigga, I don't know. Her kids, she probably take care of them.
Her kids are getting made fun of and shit in school because their mom had an OnlyFans.
Look. That's when morale it's this one little boy. Wait, it's this one little boy who defended his mother. I'm not defending this. All I'm saying is like it's weird ass shit going on, my nigga.
Yeah, there's
and most definitely these people. I'm just letting you know it's out there.
That's facts. It is
like these,
there.
like bro. It was on the internet. This lady was like, my son defended me when I do my OnlyFans. He said, "You don't judge a woman for what he does." I'm like, first of all, how does he know about this?
Because she versed him. Because she took him aside and like gave him a cookie and was like, "Okay, this is what you say when people at school."
She gave him a cookie.
But it sounded too genuine. Lil bro sounded too genuine, like he knew exactly what his OG is doing.
He definitely was like, "Your father left. I needed money."
But he probably definitely knows because how is a single mother? How is a single mother supposed to get around her kid when she's working a job and trying to do OnlyFans on the side? How is she gonna have any time where her kid's never gonna notice what she's doing?
Hey, you're preaching to the choir, but all I'm saying is they doing it.
He's gonna find out.
They doing it.
Yeah, I'm just saying they need to. I can't participate.
Like, why I gotta grind to the bone? I can't
participate.
And they just like no, like.
Well, and you gotta think how many people like aren't making that money, like aren't making $15K,
and they're
like showing their pussy for like $5. Yeah, they're for like $5 a month. They're showing their pussy. It's like
and it's like, oh, look at you now,
niggas is niggas is working a job.
Yeah,
it's like the Andrew Tate quote.
I don't get it though.
There's Master Key, but Master Lock is just a shitty lock.
Yeah. He said Master Lock
is speaking facts.
Nah, but
still in jail, by the way. Isn't that shit?
Is he really? I don't know what the fuck is going on with that, bro.
No, he was supposed to be in there for like 30 days. And
have they showed any type of proof against him yet? Is there any?
Nah.
It's nothing.
It's the Romanian government, bro.
Is there anything? Is there like even the slightest like?
Haven't they been in jail for almost like 3 months already?
Yeah, it's been like 2-3 months.
They've been postponing this shit for like ever, and I'm like, how y'all keeping this nigga in there for that long though?
Because it's not.
But
like
even the ladies are saying that every allegation that they're putting on.
Yeah, I seen that.
I say the United States waged war on Romania.
Yeah.
Whoa there.
Fuck Russia. We need to go to Romania and get Andrew Tate.
Okay,
look,
I'm kidding.
I'm not condoning any of this. I am a guest on this podcast.
We start the show off with the Andrew Tate theme song. That's actually
yeah. No. I don't know how it goes, but I recognize the sound when I hear it.
This is what we signed up for, guys.
I do believe that Andrew Tate could be really good for the youth and like. how he's trying to teach people to be more masculine and things. I don't think he's a misogynist or womanizer or anything like that.
He's a man. I don't get what's wrong with
in
being
some
a man.
regards, but like
I think every single man worth anything is to
but he has a lot of like that. There is a lot of value in what he says. It's the same kind of stuff like Jordan Peterson talks about, and like
exactly.
a lot of, like conservative.
I feel like the man be honest. Like it really is hard out here for a guy. Like because the like we was just talking about.
It's the most competitive thing in the world.
No. But it's so easy for a female to like instantly come up like 6 figures in a year, but like a dude needs to be able to jump through this hoop, sing off one leg, balancing a damn tiger on his tongue, going through a gopher fire, and we got to make it out unscathed. Like, dog, like that shit is unfair. Like, hell nah. Like this setup is fucked up. Actually, I'm telling you, this whole system. Like, even we talked about this. I even said this system is set up for especially men. You know what I'm saying? Masculine men. It's not set up for us to succeed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it is set up for masculine men to succeed because if you're willing to go through great lengths,
no, for sure. But I'm saying they make sure that shit hurts by the time you get to that part. But I'm saying they try to.
Yeah, it's like the George Carlin bit. Like it's a big club and you're not part of it. Mm-hmm. That's how it is for majority of people.
You know what club is trying to come after us? So we're not gonna speak on them, but. Imagination.
12.
I'm not gonna get too much into that.
You don't want to end up on a list.
I'm not gonna get too much into that.
Wait, we just made obvious, guys.
Yo.
What do you guys think about this whole Russia-Ukraine thing? You think it's the doomsday clock is ticking?
They did start the doomsday clock, which is fucking stupid. I heard that. I don't know why they would do that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they literally started a doomsday clock.
Oh.
And the last the U.S. Was it the U.S.?
Why the U.S. always poking at
UN or some shit or NATO or something?
I just feel like the U.S. should leave that shit alone. We have nothing to do with them niggas. We don't know them niggas.
It's literally a board we're on with the rest of the world.
We don't know them. I don't understand why we steady up there dipping our noses to every other goddamn body business. We need to leave people alone.
We ain't dipping our noses in nothing.
Yes, we are.
I got told this shit on the fucking news. It's on the TV.
We're dipping our nose in. First of all, is U.S. in Ukraine or is Ukraine?
Oh, you're on Ukraine, bro.
That's what we were just talking about.
I was on the doomsday clock, bro.
But I'm saying,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's
But
I'm saying we're focusing on somebody else. We're focusing on a whole nother country. We got a lot of sex traffickers in America. There's a lot of terrorists in America. Like there's a lot of people who are not for the people.
Biden speaking in Ukraine while Trump is giving food and water to the people in East Palestine is like a huge L for the Democratic Party.
Let's be real.
It's gonna be crazy. Like that's a just like a table turning moment. It's crazy.
This shit is just be getting weird.
Happen.
This whole world is getting weird. Like everybody's
every day, man. Every year.
It's like accountability is the first thing was to go. I swear to God, the accountability was the first thing to go, and then it was like, all right, everybody, let's just run around like stupid animals. You know what I'm saying? Just do everything. We got so much shit that's going on in this world that it's like a distraction. You know what I'm saying? We got the you-know-whos. I do not want to speak on them.
Very informative.
For real.
Yeah. I mean, if you know, you know. It's one of those things.
Right. The you-know-whos and the thems and the days and the everybody else's. Those are the people I be trying to tell everybody else about. Like, man, you got to stay clear. You got to drink a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Like, no, for real. If people not like taking in the right substance, like, motherfuckers finna start dying off, for real.
Yeah. So not focusing so much on all that shit. Just trying to focus on yourself.
Facts.
Is that kind of I don't know.
Hell yeah. like leave everything else that's not involved with your business alone. Like, come on, man. You can't control everybody else.
Well, although I think the conflict is getting scary. That's kind of been my attitude about it towards the beginning.
Yeah.
Like ever since the whole Ukraine thing happened. Like just like it's not here. Like let's focus on like what's going on in Iowa. I think that's an important thing.
Yeah, it is interesting.
In Ohio, the shit that happened in Ohio,
Yeah,
like what
the
fuck?
train derailed and nobody wants to talk about it.
Why are we worried about Ukraine and Russia when Ohio is like? I guarantee you, everybody is oblivious to that shit.
You seen the video of the water?
Yes.
Where they throw the log in the water?
Everything is dying, bro.
The fish. I mean, the birds. I saw the video when the birds fell out the sky. I saw the video when all the fish star rise, and I saw the. I'm telling you, bro, this shit is retarded.
And
they poison the whole air.
And they don't want to talk about it at all. None of the Ohio's politicians will say anything. Really about
when it happened,
shit.
who did you see first? You see Kamala Harris talking about Russia. We stand about accountability. Well, take your accountability ass to Ohio and say sorry, and you better clean up that shit.
That's what I'm saying. They're if they win this next election, like people are gonna get fucking pissed. They're really gonna fucking. I was telling somebody the other day, like I think like this election is like Act 3. Trump was Act 1, Biden was Act 2, and now we're about to go into whoever wins.
What's gonna happen next? They're gonna kill Joe, and then it's all gonna go fucking up in smoke.
They're gonna give him his 5th boosters. He's gonna have a heart attack.
I'm not going.
At this point, I think he just floating. I really do think that. I think he just floating. Like he.
It has to be hard for the man. I will say, I give the man credit. It has to be a very difficult thing.
Yeah, I don't give him any.
To be that old and be president for sure. But
no, bro.
Why the fuck
he's not alive, bro?
No.
He's not.
What the? Why did we do this to the man? Why did we do this to him?
No, he did that to himself.
No, the people allowed it too.
No. To get into that. No, hold on. To get into that world, they have to cross a threshold that our souls will not like abide to. We don't do that shit. Literally, everybody who was the president has to go through that. You know what the fuck that is. Stop playing. Stop playing. We not doing it. That's why when every time when I thought back to when I was thought about me wanting to be a president, I'm like, why the fuck would I want to do that?
I'm announcing my presidency, by the way. My presidency.
The world's next.
I kind of want to as a joke. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I'll vote for you too.
I wouldn't put you through that pain. I wouldn't contribute to any of that shit.
Nah, yeah, that is a monster.
I'm gonna create my own party too. The Macau Stars Podcast Party.
Hell yeah. Every goddamn.
Make sure to write in.
Oh God, every day he got a show coming up in the White House. That's what it's called, in the White House. No, an hour in that White House. Come on. Just get to chatting it up, talking about all the new laws he's thinking about passing.
I paint the White House green. That would be my first action. We need to paint the White House green.
He's letting them know.
And people will be like, you can't do that. And be like, I can, motherfucker.
Bitch, I smoke weed in the White House.
No, it is illegal over there. I mean, it is legal.
In DC, yeah.
It's legal.
So on
what does that mean?
So I would think on federal land. On federal land, it still isn't legal.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're publicly.
How can the president not be able to smoke some weed?
It's publicly illegal.
In his private home,
land.
he can.
Yeah.
So he could go home and smoke a.
Technically, if he has a private space inside of the White House where he has essentially a bedroom.
Well, I don't think he could.
I think he could. I think he could argue.
He's just doing the roof with Willie Nelson.
Well, I think one could argue in a private space that in a domicile, it is your private domicile, and that you are
like a car or
privately. Yeah, something like that. Like,
so wait,
in all reality,
do you really think that they be sleeping in the White House?
No.
I think that shit stopped like after like.
There are probably people there 24/7.
Yeah, there's always people fucking running around the White House. You probably won't be able to get no sleep in that bitch.
Well, they're giving him 5 Xanax a night to pass out. I'm sure.
I don't think that man has the tolerance for that many. I'm saying maybe
that's
5
footballs. The reason why his ass slouching now. That nigga is looking like a. They're zombie.
Like, all right, Joe, time for your school bus.
No, but he's starting to look like a zombie though. I'm not lying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he half dead, and he answered half of the question.
Yeah, I was seeing.
He always cowers when people like get mad at him in the crowd. He's like, he like.
Well, I did see
gets a
some
look in his eyes. Like, oh my god.
I did see some rants of Joe, and I did try to go look at some of the unclipped ones, and I was still just,
bro.
how the fuck did we let this happen? Honestly,
I truly think he's one of the worst people in government. I don't have any pity or sympathy for him. He's done some horrible things.
They all. I'm telling you, they know
They're
what
all
they
bad.
did. They all know what they did.
They're
So
all
I
fucking
don't
bad.
have no pity for nobody. Like whatever's coming to you is just accountability. That's all it is.
Did you see they dropped the flight list for Epstein? Finally. Well, at least some
The
pages.
flight list, like who came to his island and shit. I bet all of the goddamn everybody in Hollywood, dude. Everybody.
Yeah. Do you guys believe in a secret, like a world elite or like a secret society?
Yes.
Quote unquote Illuminati.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Nigga, that's who run this shit. That's who run all of that's who I'm telling you, that's who made up all of this goddamn agendas to get like even these rappers.
Narrative.
I don't even want to talk about them rappers.
The narrative.
No, it's not no narrative.
No, they control the narrative, which
They
is
do control the narrative. And
how
they
we
control
live our lives,
the media.
what the world
What are you talking
is.
about the weatherman?
No, they done for real.
No, I wouldn't even call them the Illuminati, honestly, because I think it's too obvious. Like,
No, it's real.
No, I don't actually.
I wouldn't
the
call
Illuminati's
no,
a little too far.
I'm saying the idea of the Illuminati is probably exactly what it is, but I don't think it's actually called the Illuminati. I think it's something a lot
Sure.
deeper than that, and I
No,
think there's a
for
lot more
sure.
people involved with it. And I think that there's definitely like a 0.0001% of like the population in the U.S. of course that runs the entirety of the U.S. Yes, and then you have people that run the world, and those are the motherfuckers that you don't want to fuck with.
Yeah. That's the one you
That's the agenda people, bro. I'm telling you, they all with the same
Those
shit.
are the because there's levels to it.
And
You know what I'm saying? There's people that get to control their areas, like
I'm telling you.
because who made
what
the
was-
banks? Who made the IRS? Who
Yeah.
made all shit like that?
Yeah.
The motherfuckers who run the world because they
A lot of
wanted
that was
endless money.
FDR, I think.
Mm-mm.
No?
There's the motherfuckers telling FDR what to do.
Yeah.
Tweaking.
He was the puppet.
That's what I'm saying, but no president is actually
Right.
pushing any idea really of their own conscience.
To be
And-
honest.
Yeah.
because they're not
Once you
allowed
become
to.
once you become a president, you're because when I learned that the president can't really do too much of the shit that I
motherfucker
was
can't
like,
do
why
shit.
the hell would I want to be a damn
Can't
president?
do anything.
Like you literally like because all the laws come through what branch that is?
Executive?
Yeah, because it gets written up by the judicial, right?
I think it would probably get written up by
It
the
gets
executive.
passed by the
passed by the
judicial.
judicial.
Passed by the judicial
And then
and
like,
written up by the.
Well, it's written and then reviewed and then passed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying like the president don't even do with none of that shit.
There's the you have the congregation,
Yeah.
the Congress.
should we pull up the video? What was the cartoon
Oh,
about
it's just a
government?
That's
Just a triangle.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yes,
Yeah,
there we go.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Everybody go look up that shit, man.
Everybody know, man. Schoolhouse Rock is actually
Do a
raw.
tutorial.
Hella
But
informative.
yeah, I mean, but they let them know. But like, it even shows you, like, dude, none of that shit don't even be getting to the president. Like, the president, the only thing he does is the spokesman for America. That's all he
Yeah.
is. He's the spokesman for America. So that's all these people want to be, is the mascot for the USA.
For real, he's a scapegoat, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The motherfucker taking all. That's why I say I do feel bad for Joe, because for how old he is, he took on the job, and now he's just a
He
fucking
did it. He
punching
did it
bag for the
himself.
PR.
Man, he did it
Yeah.
himself. He did it himself.
He did it
I'm
himself, but I do feel bad for him still. I don't
feel
care.
bad for anybody.
Well,
I mean,
I-
everybody as a politician has done scum like shit.
Wait, I
They're
got-
all
I got a
fucking
question
scum.
then. I got a question.
Well, I think like fucking kids and like assaulting his like niece.
Well,
and shit
I don't
like
know
that.
if any of
I
that
think
shit is
that's,
But I'm
like
saying-
proven.
but
I
I'm
think
feeling
it's
bad
the
for him.
same
I'm saying,
shit
if
as
you-
Andrew
if you've
Tate.
already told
If there's
somebody-
evidence,
Look, I'm not like an Andrew Tate fan. I think if he
Nah.
did shit like that, then
Well,
yeah,
I think it's.
he
Well, I'm
should
not
be in
really an
jail.
Andrew Tate fan either. I think it's the same as anybody. Is
But-
if there's proof and there's
I'm
shit
saying-
behind it.
But
then
I'm
yeah.
saying this. If you already know that something is not like, okay, you know how Chicago is, and you know that you're not just gonna be just going willy nilly to just Chicago if you don't have no.
Yeah, no, definitely
Okay,
not.
then. But he did that like knowing. He wasn't blinded. It's like you can't say the man was blindsided. He's been living in that life for how old is he? Like 80?
He's like 85 or some shit.
That man's old as shit.
I think he's about 80. He's probably 78.
Mm-hmm.
78.
So roughly way longer than we've been alive. So he's been doing all of that weird shit.
Well, yeah.
That nigga was 60 when I got brought into the world.
Yeah. Nigga,
Like,
he was a grandpa already when you was born.
Yeah.
Well, and here's another thing. He's also instrumental in like ramping up the war on drugs and like having drugs illegal, which like puts countless people behind bars for absolutely no reason. And so yeah, I mean, I think he's guilty of a lot. I mean, I think if you look at like true racism in America, like that's, in my opinion, that's a main source of it. It's like through the drug illegalization, because that's how like they start these like shootings anyway. Oh, you got a little weed on you. Oh, you got a little crack, coke, whatever.
Yeah, is true too.
And then you're locking them up and
crime rate. Motherfuckers got illegal straps, hotboxing. Motherfuckers see a motherfucker with something that looks like a black, pulls them over. Then next thing you know, you're in a shootout.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just reaching for my wallet.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah. Like how much harder would it be if it was just like, oh, he was just speeding and I shot him. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure that still happens. Like the problem is, but like that just alleviates a lot of problems.
I see what you're saying.
Man, that should just be. It'd be
speeding
weird
shouldn't be illegal either.
See, I
speeding shouldn't.
No.
What?
I think.
Absolutely not.
I think criminally speeding.
You said it should be. Wait, you're saying speeding should be legal then?
Yes.
So you think it should be?
Yes.
Legal.
Yeah, I think
that's
you
what
should
he's
be able to.
saying.
Okay. I was I thought you were saying it should be illegal. I was like, why? Why would you want to take away speed? I get to my destination very quick.
I do think that
I'm
criminal
saying no
speed
speed
should be
limits.
illegal. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I say have a limit on certain like roads, because you gotta think about it. Because the roads getting here, my nigga. If we flying here, bro.
I guess like how many people do you think would really like speed 85?
Everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Look, they did a study
so.
in Denver. They did a study in Denver. Okay. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. The cops go out and they don't pull anybody over. They just let them go as fast as they're willing to go. And they watch, and then they'll start pulling people over after to see kind of what times and what rank, right? The amount of people in this inner city of Denver from 8 p.m. from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. that will go 120 to 170 miles an hour is about 30% of the population in the metro.
Yeah.
It's literally like, and I think that's 7 million. So there's about 100,000 people, 50,000 to 100,000 people that are willing to go from 120 to 170 miles an hour on the E-way.
How many of those people get in accidents though?
I think it's really not that. It's not that many. I think
it's half. It's half.
No, niggas are definitely getting in accidents because of those like 30% that you have going that fast, at least 15% of them are cutting up in traffic.
Yes.
So of that 15% that's cutting up
traffic, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So of that, that's what I was just about to say. 15% of the people who are cutting up right there, half of those people are causing accidents and the other half are in accidents. Yeah. So I would say it's about 7% of the 30 that are actually being in accidents and ending up kind of causing problems.
See, my nigga
on the road.
behind that shit.
But let me ask you this: it's not like I mean, there are these laws in place, and they still don't prevent people from doing that.
Well, yeah, because a cop will do 20 over with you in Denver, 30 over with you, and not even trip. Like,
yeah,
I mean, people literally, if you're in town, you do 10 over. If you're in town, like where we've been, you do 10 over, and then if you're on like the E-way or some shit, if you're not going 15, everybody's cooking your shit.
It's out here. It's 5. Like,
I know. I'm talking about in Colorado. It's like
10 over in the town?
In the town it's like 10 over in a lot of areas. They drive fast as fuck, bro. Man. Because you got the canyons, bro, and like the people love to drive out there. So many cars, motherfuckers whipping, foreigns, rich ass motherfuckers, people on vacations, all kinds of shit. I'm on that. All kinds of shit. Denver's a very beautiful city, bro. Denver's a very beautiful city. Beautiful people too. Beautiful people. You can learn a lot, meet a lot of cool people, interesting shit.
I need to spend time in Denver. So for my honeymoon, my ex-wife, we went to Colorado Springs.
Okay, nice.
But
yeah.
like we didn't know that like weed was
legal then?
well, not it was legal, but like if you had an out of state license, you couldn't buy. You had to go to. I think it was Manitou Springs. We had to go to.
Really, it's like that.
Yeah.
In Colorado Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
at least last time. Well, that was 5 years ago. 4 or 5
okay,
years
that
ago,
makes sense.
Probably.
Yeah,
5 years.
that
ago.
makes sense.
So it might be different now, but like then, like so we had to go like half hour, 45 minutes out of our way. It was more expensive than what the shit I got here. So I was like,
yes,
like
you got to know the
shit.
spots for sure.
Yeah,
Wait,
it was good shit,
totally.
but
is Colorado cheaper in the dispensaries?
It depends on where you go to, because
it's cheaper in Chicago.
Have you ever?
Probably.
Hell no.
Yeah, no, nigga. I
way
was
cheaper,
no. Don't trip, because I was getting $120 ounces of literally straight concierge ass weed, shit that blows cookies out the water. It's called Veritas.
Where?
Where?
In Colorado?
It's Colorado. It's
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Eclipse.
Yeah.
It's called Eclipse, and it's a fucking amazing
Yo, I
dispensary.
seen pictures of that strand, bro.
Niggas don't know Veritas is a very well known strain, especially in Colorado. I also would get Green Dot from there. Green Dot grams of wax for about like $35-$40 a gram, and that shit is worth
$40 a goddamn.
Yeah, but that shit, that ain't like no
Is it
regular
moon
wax.
rock?
No, it's live resin batter and live resin rocks.
God
And
damn,
that shit
boy.
puts you on your fucking
Yeah,
ass.
he like the.
Do y'all do that
put
shit?
you on
He
your
like
ass.
the wax. No.
You like the wax?
Him and my homeboy. They
Nigga,
like
I'll whip up a whole gram dab right in front of you, my
shit.
nigga.
I can't
I'll
do
clap that shit.
I can't do that, bro.
I'll
They
whip
are
up a
crazy.
whole
Like
gram. I'll put that bitch in a worm.
no.
That shit fucks up my lungs.
Dude, I be like when my homeboy be setting me up, I be like, dude, I be telling him, don't set me up nothing fat. Fucking give me a I'm taking that shit like
Yeah,
take
he
some
be setting shit up like the size of your the size of your thumbnail. The dab is like the size of your thumbnail type shit. Like literally.
Fuck that, dude.
It's like a whole fucking.
Nobody's trying to do that much, bro.
I used to be
as
on
much
that,
as
but
the
like,
tool can hold type shit.
fucks you
I
up.
like flour, bro. Flour is good for
Yes.
me, bro.
Flour's the way
that
to go.
constant. I like the dab pen.
I prefer flour.
That pens are alright.
I don't like.
But that still
distill-
fucks up my lungs.
I don't
bro.
like
It
distillate.
does,
You
it
might like
does.
live rosin cartridges,
But
but
I
I
take those
cannot
over
fuck with distillate. Distillate is that shit that makes you feel like sleep high. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a really
You don't like
weird
indica
artificial
weed?
high. No, I'm talking about distillate, nigga. I'm
What's
talking
di-
about carts.
That
Distillate
shit,
oil.
I
Yeah,
like being
fucking
being
carbs.
sleepy. I
No, not like that. Not like that.
I like
like
being
literally
so
like
high, I want to like I'm knocking the hell.
you're like
out.
sick high. You're like hazy high. You're like brain high. It's
That's
like
not
not.
weed.
It's not. Yeah, nigga, that's distillate carts. That's what I'm talking about. The pens, the little dab pens, distillate carts. I cannot fuck with that.
There's some fucky shit.
Yeah, I
Wait,
cannot
so
fuck
you
with
said
that.
wait, so that wait, you saying the pins
Niggas
are,
don't notice.
are not
Yeah,
real weed?
niggas don't notice. See, sometimes they are like live resin carts are real weed, but like the distillate pens and shit, that shit that you get that's all super clear and light. Most of the times that ain't no live resin cart. That's straight oil.
I thought that
That's
was-
straight
Yeah.
oil made in damn near a lab. They cook up like resin and they pour it into tubes.
No.
And then they compress it into them fucking cartridges. Yeah, most of those carts are made inside of the grow house. They get them shipped in. Growers press those
God.
themselves.
So we need the ones that's not clear or not like
You want the ones when you hold it up to the light, you like it's like beaming. It just looks like water, damn near. You know what I mean? But
that's
like
what
you get the ones that are kind of thicker. Like I'll have to look up some brands. Like just look up live resin. Just pay attention to live resin.
I mean, I be breaking up mines. I mean, okay, so does it? So if you touch it or anything, does it feel like regular wax? Or
Yeah,
is it,
you
or is
wouldn't-
it-
you
or
wouldn't
is
It's,
it-
be
it's
able to-
really oily.
It's still
If it broke
oil.
open, it would like if you had like a regular vape pen.
yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
that consistency.
Well,
So-
it's
so
a little
then if you
thicker.
tip
So it'd be
over,
runny. It would like get everywhere.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, I never had one of those. Then
No,
'cause I
okay,
really
okay.
thought I was like, bro.
Yeah, that shit will-
If they
that shit
was
will really fuck
selling
you
me
up.
some bullshit,
Yeah, you really have to
Yeah.
beat some ass. But no, it sounds like you were getting like actual real carts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that distillate shit, like I can't fuck with the
Yeah.
distillate. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The
So
difference between distillate and like real carts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've told this story in the podcast before, but my ex-wife's family, one of the people who were family members, they were one of like the top drug dealers in South Dakota, and they would
okay.
get all their they would have those little carts and they would get them all shipped from this place in California.
Okay.
And after I, got separated and divorced or whatever and moved back here, that company got arrested for putting like all these
carts.
like not fake, but like they just had like all these like really bad chemicals in them.
Yeah, because they were distillate. They were real carts, but they were distillates, and they're not as regulated.
So I was like, oh shit, I smoked that shit for like
So
6
that's like
months.
Was it like dank or some shit?
That's like-
Was
It was the one with
carts?
the black one with the cartoons on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
they were like
dank.
little square boxes or rectangle
Yeah.
boxes, and they always had the cart out on them.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
them bitches are straight distillate.
I'm telling you, I'm keeping mental notes of this shit and what to look for. Because if
fuck.
somebody present me with some distillate shit,
AKA just stick to the flour. That's what.
Yeah, I would honestly,
No,
because
I mean,
you can't even trust some of these motherfuckers selling wax unless they're getting their shit from dispo packs. Like most of the people that we do fuck with, which is good.
I get my shit from dispos. My shit, it's all my shit shows on the pack.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly, and as it should,
It shows on the pack like
As it
what
should.
dispo it came from. So,
as it should.
Yeah.
cause I was like, damn, but when he said it's not, cause my shit never runny. My shit like when you like, even when I break the little, cause sometimes I be like, you know what I'm saying, breaking a little pen whenever, you know what I'm saying, I be rolling up my little papers, cause I be making my own little infused little rap. Yeah, I be going crazy. I be having a bunch of keef.
Oh fuck yeah. Do you guys ever do like we used to like do like a dab and just like drip it onto a joint?
Yeah, do a worm, a little worm around the joint. I used to do that
Get fucked
until I
up.
started to realize how wasteful it was. Like,
Extremely wasteful, bro.
It's
It's like those moon rocks.
It's not
You ever
like-
see those moon rocks?
I love moon rocks.
Dude.
I fucking
that
love
shit's
moon
insane.
rocks.
When
Well,
we
you
had-
gotta have a
we
good
had
bong.
Moon rocks when I had moon rocks the first time with Jamari, bro. I'm telling you that
Moon rocks are fire, bro.
That first L, I was like,
Telling you, bro. The moon rocks are fire.
it, dog.
They smack. Real authentic moon rocks.
Yeah.
You can get bullshit moon rocks that aren't actually
What's
real.
bullshit?
That just break it open. It's just like a keefed up ass nug.
Nah.
But if you break open a moon rock and that
Yeah,
bitch
wax.
That
damn
shit
near gets
sticking on
wax
your-
all over your
Yeah,
fingers.
that shit's
well,
all
not
over
even
the
like
fingers.
sticky, but like that shit should like it's like a gusher.
yeah,
It's literally like a gusher. Like you break it open and you actually have wax on your fingers. You're damn near pissed off because
dude,
of how
a
much
tray
shit is on your
five-
finger.
A tray 5
Yeah.
nug is fat
Yeah.
as shit.
It's literally like this big. It's like, but it's like this
fat as
big,
shit.
but it's just heavy as fuck.
Yes, bro.
And it's just like a little knot. It's just heavy as fuck.
But low key, that one, bro. If you had a tray 5 nug by yourself, and you probably had like an ounce,
Oh my
that tray
God.
5 would last just as long as that ounce would.
bro,
Not gonna cap.
bro.
Because if you
You gotta have the right tools to smoke that shit though too. You need either like a really good bong or a globe. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's
put it
just
in a
not the
blunt.
same.
you put that
You
shit
can
in
put
the
it
air.
in a blunt, yeah, but
No, I'm
I
not
like-
clapping my head off. I'm not clapping my head off.
because that's like what, probably 3 moon rocks that fill blunt, because they're like nugs essentially,
No,
right?
but see, me, I ain't gonna lie. I be so goddamn preserving. Like I'll probably like get like a little.
I don't even know
little
how you
ball
would
and I-
put the moon rocks.
I'm telling you, cause bro,
Buying nickel bags and shit.
No, but look, cause if you think about it, wax itself, it's like batter. Like once it burns, that shit'll melt through, and then like I'm telling you,
I could
so
mix moon rocks with more weed, but I couldn't roll just straight moon rocks. Not the ones that I
never-
had.
you would
I
like
never
trip.
said no. That's what I'm talking about. You got your weed, and then you put little bits of like small pieces into the little like that's what I
Yeah,
mean. Like
yeah,
you can
okay.
your
Yeah, you
nug
can do
of-
it that way. That shit definitely
that's
get you
how
blow.
we did it. That's literally
Yeah, that'll
we
get you
had
high as fuck.
real weed, and then we had our goddamn, you know what I'm saying, moon rock. Sprinkle the goddamn moon rock in the little joint, you know what I'm saying? And I'm from Chicago, bitch. So I'm fried. Yeah, we smoked that out there, gang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all
bro.
trip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's your trip of choice?
I guess it depends on what I'm doing.
Shroomies.
It just depends on what I'm trying to get into for me.
I can't do shrooms, man.
If I'm trying to go like trip in the woods, if I'm on like a camping trip, I'll probably take acid. But
okay, that's my go.
if I want
Acid's
to
good.
sit on the couch and just laugh my ass off and eat some good snacks and just have a good time, play some video games, yeah, I'm straight dosing shrooms for that.
you can eat on shrooms.
Yeah.
After so many
I get
hours,
really hungry
after so
out
many
there.
hours,
You
yeah,
have
it's
to wait.
like hour
I get
5.
really
That was always my
hungry.
problem with shrooms. Is I always got sick.
I fuck
every
around
fucking
and
time.
cook.
Well, I haven't eaten shrooms the
I
last
haven't tripped in like 3 years.
I don't
Hey.
eat shrooms. I don't eat them. I make tea. I make tea.
Ooh, I've heard.
I
that,
don't eat them.
Okay. See, I've heard that that's almost a better method.
I think it's way better. I never get sick, even if I don't use chasers. I've never thrown up making tea. I've never had like a come down. You know, sometimes you have bad come downs off of big grows. I've never had a bad come down off of a tea, and the visuals are actually more vibrant in almost every situation.
Like my chocolate bar. I ain't gonna lie.
Chocolate bars are good too.
Dude, I took like 10 pieces, 12 pieces.
How'd you get? Oh yeah, I guess there is 15 in them, huh?
It's 3, 6, 9, 12. It's 15. You're right. Yep. I took 12.
I had a boom. I don't know if y'all know what that is. I had a boom bar.
I don't know what
That's what mine was.
Yeah, it said boom on it.
Yeah.
That shit was fire. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
That is lit.
For $40, I would have appreciated it to do a little bit more for my taste, but I think for anybody who wants to try shrooms, it's the perfect fucking method. It'll give you just enough of a trip to really know what the intensity of a trip is like, and it'll give you just enough access to visual, because I believe it's all mental too. If you don't want to access visuals and you're praying that you don't have them, you won't have them. And if you do want access to visuals and you kind of want to know what it's like, even in the back of your mind, and you ask for it and you truly believe it, then you're going to get it.
Yep.
And you can damn near turn it off whenever you want.
That's what I like about acid better, though.
Yeah, it's super
like
interactive.
You're going down. Like the drug.
Dude, acid is like a switch.
It's physically interactive.
It's a
everything
switch.
out here.
Like
As
everything
shrooms is in here.
Yeah,
It's everything in here.
But acid, I'm telling you, like when I because I've done it a few times, like, but my first time, dude, I was like, what the.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm like,
that
God
is true.
damn. And but the feeling, I ain't gonna lie, I always compare a lot of mines to the first one, and I like how, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to control it because, you know what I'm saying, like you said, it's all within the mind. It's all like what you want to see, and that be the thing, and people don't understand that about like those suicidal shit.
Yeah. See, I have the opposite effect, like between LSD and mushrooms. Like I feel like I'm less I have less control on mushrooms.
Really?
I have more control on LSD. Like I feel like on LSD I can, like, if my mind's going down a dark pathway, I can like just turn it off and be like, okay, we're just gonna do this thing and just take my mind off it, you know. I really like a lot of the problem these days is like finding a good connect and like finding shit that isn't fucking laced like everything else. Like I remember like 4 or 5 years ago there was some really bad acid that like went around Des Moines. Like all these kids were going to the hospital and shit. It was like a big thing.
It's because they use those vials. They use they're synthetic. It's synthetic acid, and it alters your brain chemistry, and it can actually cause brain bleeds, and it's nothing to fuck with. It's nothing to fuck with.
Or there's like LSA that like gives you like a
I don't even want to think about
effect.
LSA because that shit'll give you tumors. Like,
oh, for real?
That shit will fuck you up ultimately. That shit will fuck you up. Like,
damn.
But now,
what do you guys think about drug legalization?
Drug legalization?
Yeah.
Like, in what sense?
Like having all drugs legalized.
Oh, you mean like in the sense of like addicts shouldn't have to pay for their drugs?
Wait,
or
can
like,
I
they shouldn't be locked up for addiction.
I got a specific
I
way.
got
a specific way I want to answer that one. I ain't gonna lie. I got a specific way.
Okay, go top. Go top.
Check it. I feel like
you know the water.
It should be. I feel like it could be legal, but that shit has to be separated. It can't be mixed. That shit can't be. You can't mix the fentanyl with the weed because that's not even.
Well, I think there'd be less of a motivator to do that if you had it legalized. If you could just sell it reputability.
You think
like why the fuck are you?
I really feel like because people are retarded.
Well, no, I do know.
They started like what was the point of them putting fentanyl in weed in the first place? Weed already does this thing. What are they chasing? Because literally, it don't take a lot of fentanyl to kill you.
No.
From what I read.
It doesn't take really any of it. Damn near.
It doesn't. But I'm just saying,
just the slightest bit of it can really fuck you up. For
and that's
the most
what
part,
I mean.
Man.
That shit tears your dude. It kills you from the inside, dude. Mm-hmm. That shit literally started shutting down your system. Mm-hmm. Your ass is like real talk. You wouldn't be able to eat. Niggas don't be able to fucking but
breathe. I think people are already understanding the effects of fentanyl with how much it's affecting people right now and how big it is in the media and how much it's been covered. I think people are starting to see that it is a really big problem. I don't think that would be a huge problem with drug legalization because, like you're saying, they would have access to everything that comes before that.
But I'm not specifically talking about fentanyl because you got other things that people like to experiment and mix with shit. So that's what I mean. If we keep everything separate instead of being able to allow people to do all that mixture and shit. Hell no.
But I don't think it's always any way to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always possible that can happen, but I do think if you legalize it, that the likelihood of that happening is significantly less.
Well, I think the likelihood of somebody else giving somebody something that's laced is going to go completely down. Like the likelihood of that, if you're mixing shit, it's on you at that point. If you have completely legal drugs, anybody that's ODing on shit probably did it to themselves anyways. And I'm not saying that makes it okay.
You still got dealers though. I'm not gonna lie, because in Chicago there's still people sell weed and people go by to those people who
to underage kids. But then at least we don't have people.
It'd be grown ass men.
But at least then we don't have people getting locked up for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? If we got a nigga getting caught redistributing in a legal state, then yeah, he's definitely going down. He's going down for sure.
No, that's facts. But we talking about legal in it. So if it's
that's
legal,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If he gets caught redistributing in a completely legal place,
I mean, no, out there they can I don't know if they can.
That's illegal. No, you can't go to the dispensary. You can't go to a dispensary, pick up some shit, and then go sell it right outside a dispensary.
They don't do that.
Well, in theory, that's what they're doing. Is they're gonna go home and go sell it to somebody else.
Yeah, or they're gonna.
That is illegal.
That's what I'm saying.
That is illegal.
But regardless of the fact, niggas do that, and you know that.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying.
And regardless how illegal, so that's what I mean though. So that's what I mean. It's still got to be a restriction on that. It still has to be a restriction because now, like I said, we go to that point where it's legal in Chicago.
I was agreeing with you.
People still, even in Colorado, I'm pretty sure.
No, I was agreeing with you, Tyler. Right. I was saying if you're dealing in a legal place, in a place that is legal, then you should be popped. Yes.
But I'm still saying it's gonna.
Yeah, you're saying there's still gonna be dealers, and I'm saying yes, and they should be popped. That should be illegal.
Well, I don't believe nobody should be popped.
I don't agree with that.
No, not like popped, but
I am not a snitch.
No, not like popped or anything like that.
Well, I don't know. I don't think there's
anything that I don't condone any of that shit. But what I'm saying is anybody that chooses to do something like that has the likelihood they know what they're getting into. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
saying.
Then
they deserve what's coming to them essentially.
I don't know. I think I believe in having a competitive market, and I think if you have something that that some person is able to compete with that, then let that naturally happen.
Thanks.
And I think when you start putting certain government restrictions on the market, it sets a precedent and it's a slippery slope in a sense.
That is facts. Because all that shit, I'm not gonna lie, and all with these regulations and shit like that, they're not protecting anybody because because literally they're the ones who gave it out to everybody else. That's the fucked up thing about it is you making the same shit that you gave to everybody else illegal. Then why the hell would you not all of this shit was given by them, but a lot of this strong shit cocaine,
that's facts.
Cocaina. And all of this heroin and shit like that, methamphetamine, all that strong shit that made in labs, that was delivered by you motherfuckers who made this shit illegal.
Yeah, we weren't cooking that shit. We weren't cooking up none of that shit. Matter of fact, these motherfuckers,
we only smoke weed.
So preach.
We really only smoke
weed. We're literally
weed.
Only dabbling into shit that grew out the ground. Weed,
to be honest,
psychs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because even acid derives from a crystal that grows naturally.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some chemical components, but
no. If you
but for the most part, it's natural. Yeah,
these people are. But that's why I don't
DMT is a tree root.
Yeah, and
it's a root of a fucking.
It's found
tree.
in your brain.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, I think it's maybe it's not your brain. I think for sure it's found in your stomach lining. I think they found. I think I could be tripping.
Well, there's a certain amount of
a DMT.
Yeah, DMT is found in your stomach lining.
It's the how do you pronounce it? It's like the dopamine monoxide or whatever.
How do I activate it?
Well, it's not the actual It's not the actual DMT. It's not the actual DMT.
No, for real. You and I probably disagree on this, but like I think like when people have like the seeing God or like the afterlife effect, like I think that's just DMT. Like your body's releasing DMT as you die, and you're just like
that's a dopamine effect.
Yeah. I mean, that's linked to DMT, but like you're having a psychedelic. So
you don't believe in a soul?
Yeah, facts.
No. Yeah, I it's interesting. I just had a podcast where I had the leader for the Iowa Atheists and Freethinkers, which I don't agree with. I didn't, it was kind of an interesting conversation because I identify as an atheist, but like, and he does also, but like obviously because he was like the press officer for the organization.
For sure.
But we had points where we disagreed. It's kind of an interesting like I feel like my political and religious views kind of collide in a way. It's interesting.
I like everybody's views because I be wanting to know how they came up with that idea.
Yeah, no, but like I guess like the communities in a sense.
Yeah.
Like there's certain issues that like I look to both of these communities and they're like, yeah, I heavily disagree with like this part of your ideology,
You're saying it's still not all just one mind,
yeah.
It's not just like one mind, one house or anything like that.
I don't think anybody should conform to like 100% conform to like one ideal. They should, they should look at like a library. There's
that's kind of how I look at it. I don't consider myself an atheist. I don't consider myself like religious because I don't discipline myself to practice anything, so I can't call myself religious. I'm not saying that I'm spiritual or anything, but I do try to inform myself. I would say that I believe that there's something that I don't understand about this world.
Yeah, well, I think the atheist perspective acknowledges that too. I think that's the beautiful thing about it. It's like atheists are willing to admit that like we don't, like, science hasn't given us a lot of these answers that religion claims that they have. It's it's an interesting dichotomy.
Well, let me ask you something about like atheist point of view. Do you believe in evil? Do you believe that evil exists?
So this is we talked about this actually in the podcast. I don't think that there is
or is evil the wrong word?
I don't think that there is good and evil in the sense that there is a I don't think that there is like a force or entity or anything that like resembles that. I think people act maliciously and do bad things, and I think people act kindly and in a charitable way to people. But I don't necessarily think that there's an absolute of one, or like an absolute view of those ideas. I don't think there's anything 100% evil. I don't think there's anything 100% good.
So have you ever met somebody who never does anything for anyone but themselves? I mean, like, not for their mother, not for their sister, not for their closest friends.
Yeah, you're talking to me, motherfucker.
I'm just. Have you ever met somebody from outside perspective? Because even if you are that person, you wouldn't notice it in the same manner.
Sure.
So have you ever met somebody that is like that literally does not give a fuck about anybody else's even well-being? Because I have met people like this personally that I could be their best friend one day and they could want to kill me the next day and actually do it. I've met people like that.
Sure.
So have you met someone like that?
I don't know about to that extreme. I mean, I've met people who are very egotistical, narcissistic.
Yeah. I think that's completely different than what I'm talking about, actually, because I guess egotistical. I think that's a lighter grade of what I'm talking about, because I'm not exaggerating.
I know niggas who would pop for no reason,
and over an argument.
It's a screw loose in their head,
and some shit that like you don't even think would be an argument type shit.
I think that's the threshold, right? Is violence. Like, like you can have whatever ideology or like.
So you believe
type
in
of
balance?
Sure. No, I mean, look, like, okay, we were talking about the sort of Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't agree with him in a lot of the God stuff, but when he talks about like how I think it's like Carl Jung. He talks about Carl Jung's theory where there's a evil in all of us, and the when we tap into that, it has a better positive than just trying to stuff it down, hide it, and just try to mask it. Like if you really if you want to be a real, true, good person, you have to tap into that, and you have to like acknowledge it and wrestle it and understand it. Like,
so, I want to say something.
Sure, go for it.
Real quick, because I want this to be a reminder for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Before there was light, it was darkness. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to experience that darkness before they can experience true light. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in a sense where when we talk about that, I guess the other side or what have you, in being able to believe or whatnot, I feel like it's more about the energy, because to be honest, we spoke about this where we are energy beings, to be honest, and neither energy can't.
I don't know if I believe that.
I mean, you are, because if you,
I mean, so in a technical sense of like neutrons and electrons and stuff, like do I give like a in that sense, like, do I give off an energy? Yes, but I don't think it's like necessarily spiritual.
Your whole but hold on, your whole molecular being is just atoms that slow down, like at a slow rate. That's the only way we can perceive everything that's in this physical realm.
I guess I just don't connect that to the spiritual aspect.
But that's what I mean, though, because even those elements are what make up you, and that's spiritual, because that is also connected to what's outside of space, and literally science has like proven that by, you know what I'm saying, all the discoveries and shit like that. And a lot of the stuff that they discover, it's not all the way facts, because, and this is why a lot of people like have this like perception where it could be real or it couldn't be, because what they reality on us, which is the logic that they created, was that, oh, it's only real within this, you know, I guess in this book or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wrote a whole book that had nothing but like magical shit happening, and
a lot of violence.
And people don't slavery. People don't really see that. People don't really think that a lot of it, because like, just really think about this. Like, you really think that somebody is just gonna come up with a flying dragon and never seen this shit before? You think somebody's gonna come up with somebody throwing fire out of their hands and never seen it before? You think somebody's gonna come up with the Buddha statue, a lady with like fucking 6 arms, in like they just envision this thing? And that's why I don't understand, like, it's a lot of stuff that's in this world that even like a long time ago, well, a lot of people just don't have a clue of how the hell this happened. But,
but if it really is that easy to just like create religion,
but
like
it's
that,
not. I mean, that's why I don't agree with religion at all, because like, I agree with it to a certain extent.
So you don't agree with the institution of religion?
No, I don't. I don't at all, because
I can respect
because
that,
the institution it deflects away from what we really are, because it takes us away from the realization of what's really going on. Like, everybody says it and everybody like talk like they know about it, but then again they stray away from what's really going on. Like, it looks like they hitting a point, but they're not. Like, when people talk about, oh, this World War III is going to be a spiritual warfare, what do you think that means? Like, what do you think is really going on? Like, everything that's going around us, everything that's happening, like we just discussed, Ohio literally had the most. I feel like this is a natural disaster to me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
To like for real, like this.
And we don't even know the scale, because nobody's really getting a grasp on it.
And what is our leaders doing? They're talking about some other fucking country.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean about this whole thing, and it's supposed to deflect you about what, like he said, going inside. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of people have said this, and I know I'm gonna piss a lot of people off, but it's gonna be time where people gonna have to make that switch or change, where you're gonna have to switch in vibration, because a lot of this goofy shit ain't gonna keep going on. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by that exactly?
So when I say switch in vibrations, that means, first off, like I was finna lead up said, when you looking for the things that you don't know about, like, a lot of people will be searching for God, but they don't know how to do it.
Yeah, sure.
But when they finally hit rock bottom and they realize they're by themselves, and they realize that everything, like you said, everything that happened to them was on their own agenda, on their own terms, because that, in their mind, That's what created their reality.
Yeah.
So,
but why do you need God to reconcile that?
Because check this out. When people get to that point, and then people see that gloriness when they once had, when they were really doing the shit that they were supposed to do, they recognize that glory within themselves that God gave. Because God even said it in the book. I mean, even it's in the Bible. The white man wrote it down. God says, "You are who I am. I made you in the image of me."
So,
period.
So you don't think that people can act in a moral sense without God? Is that essentially?
But see,
what you're saying?
that's the thing, because they don't tell the true story. See, I can't really tell the true story on this because this is not my platform, and I know this is on YouTube.
You can say whatever you want.
No, but I just know how people get. But I just say, check out Rashad Jamal and free that man. For real. If y'all really wanna know what I'm talking about and getting into, check out him, support him. He is from Chicago too. For all my Chicagoans, you know what I'm saying? And it's really effed up with what's going on with him. So I want us to all, you know what I'm saying, go look that up, you know what I'm saying? If you have any questions about who you really are, you know what I'm saying, go check him out. And you gotta understand, not understand. Understand is what they, you know what I'm saying, made up, because they couldn't really comprehend the concept of what this whole realm is made up of. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit that's been taken away from the true history of this planet and of this world and of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different stories that's been flying around to where a lot of people don't know where to grasp this information. If you really want to know, go your ass inside, like meditate. You know what I'm saying? Take time to yourself. You will find out the true answers, because a lot of, like, melanated, what they try to call us, no, we're carbonated beings. You know what I'm saying? Black people are carbonated beings, and I'm a tell people that for real.
I'm not carbonated.
No, I mean this dark shit was on us. What makes us black and what keeps us dark when that sun come out is the same shit that's in that dark energy is in space. That's what makes us up.
I thought it was just melanin.
No, you gotta. That's why I say go check out Rashad Jamal, and he even like break down the fundamentals of white people and shit like that, because when you really understand about the things that's going on around you, and you actually pay attention to what the government's doing, for one, because it's our government that's fucking it up. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's just playing along with the shit. You feel me? But they're playing along to an agenda of not allowing people to know the true history and know what really happened here. I honestly feel like these motherfuckers is trying to destroy this planet before everybody wakes up. To be honest.
I think it's a valid conclusion. I don't disagree with it, but it's also kind of interesting in a way, like, why would you want to destroy the thing that you live on? You know what I mean? Unless they have, like, maybe they have the secret spaceship.
That's what I mean, though. Like, they don't tell you everything. Like, they tell you bits and pieces of this shit, and actually they do tell us everything, but they splice it up into different, like, elements, like TV shows, movies, and shit, and make it look fake. You know what I'm saying? And but then like, when you really actually sit down and, like, think to yourself and be like, how the fuck can they say this is CGI and make this shit up if they never seen this shit a day in their life? Like, if you've never seen this a day, how did you wake up and just automatically thought, oh, Godzilla is real, let me just make this movie about this nigga? Like, what? Like, come on, bro. It's a lot of shit that these motherfuckers try to they put in our face, and then they say, oh, it's a joke, it's not real, guys. Like, how the fuck you gonna say that's a joke and you put it right in my face, and you gonna expect me not to think that you never seen this before?
Yeah. Sounds like the same thing religion does.
That's what I mean, though. Yeah. They tell us, they give us the stories, but they tell us bits and pieces of it. Like, because literally the cosmic law of every living thing is it needs to know the truth. If we can talk and walk and we can create and procreate and actually give out birth and life and shit, automatically in our DNA, DEA, everything that we have, it's the code of life is really embedded in us. But these people, like I said, the people who run this world, you know what I'm saying, they embedded this logic entrapped us until not knowing what the fuck is real and what's not, because they could say anything now. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could tell a whole fucking story, and then, but won't nobody question, wait, how did he just tell me a whole story without a hiccup?
Yeah, I think that mask is slipping though. I mean, especially from the corporate media. I mean, if you like listen to like the kind of stuff that they're saying, like I don't want to talk about because
no, I mean,
I have a strict tongue.
No, but it's facts though. Just think about that shit.
But like the narrative with that is like it gets ridiculous,
crazy, bro. Just it's, dude. When I tell you, they got a diabolical plan for this shit. And if people, like I said, people don't raise their vibrations, like if you're not going in within, and if you don't have a good intent with this planet and the things that surround you, then yeah, I mean, it's over with. For the low those are low vibrational beings. It's people who are going without good intent. You know what I'm saying? If you're out here just slaying people for no reason, if you're not standing on integrity, if you out here just fucking for money, and you're not, and all of this is for a fucking bag. Nah, man. Like, come on, G. Like that's why you got a lot of. I miss the old music. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't want to say, is that Erykah Badu or is that Sade, or it's one of the queens of R&B, but I think it was Lauryn Hill or something.
I don't know.
But she literally sung the song. She was like, "I am not my hair. I am not this skin. I am the soul that lives within." When people make that separation, and that's what you got to say in a meditate. Like I meditate, but when you constantly repeat that to yourself, then you start feeling the energy around you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, like, this realm, and even science tells you, like when you was in your science class, when you saw the charts of all the different elements, your gas, solids, and liquids and shit, they don't tell you about the plasma and electron atoms. Those shits move at a rapid rate. They move so fast, we can't like perceive the shit.
I can't even wrap our heads
You
around
feel
it.
me? Like when you see a lightning bolt, you don't know where the shit is coming from, but it's like a big ass flash. So like literally, that's what I mean. We can't the things that we can't perceive. That's why you can't say it's not real. Just because you didn't see it, or just because you yourself haven't experienced it, I feel like you should never take yourself out of that possibility, because when it happens and people and it comes in their face, then that's when people start to deny it. And then you live in denial, and it's like, man.
Open-mindedness is key. Guys, I say we take a break. I gotta take a worm piss.
Yo,
And
dang.
we'll come back to it.
Dang.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Couch to Hours. Who can dot? Drae the Menace.
Gang.
I got it right that time, right?
Gang.
Yeah.
Ganger.
You know, I'm a shot for being a podcaster. I'm so bad with names. I don't know how I've gotten this far. With like some of the fuck ups I've had.
Should be
it's
dope
cringe.
though. It'd be dope fuck ups. That's why.
Someday when I get to the point I'm at, they're gonna make a compilation, and one of them's gonna be the times I fucked up a guest name. It's gonna be like 100 clips.
Hey.
They're like, this guy sucks. Why is he on the podcast?
How the fuck did you make it, McAllister?
Hey. Oh God. That's what the title's gonna be. How the fuck did he do this?
I blame the marijuana. That's my
I think
cop
it
out.
Hey man.
Definitely put you behind in some of the races.
Yeah.
I will say that. I am aware.
What's
I'm
that Dave
aware.
Chappelle bit where it's like, marijuana doesn't make you like completely incapable. It just makes you a little rusty.
Yeah.
Well, I would say certain things I actually do better.
I agree.
I can actually perform better. Like, I probably shouldn't say that.
like for editing for me, like I find that like I'm a better editor when I'm stoned. You know, like I'm just
Like when
better.
I'm whipping up graphic designs, I turn on some Naruto, hit a couple dabs, and I just listen to it all
Hell
play in the
yeah.
background. I'm so serious. I got on my computer. Most of the time I'm just whipping up designs, moving shit, just trying to create something. I'm just high as fuck, listening to music, like, and it is good because I'm also training my brain to focus on not multiple things at once, but to be able to switch in between multiple things at once, and be able to kind of keep a hold. Because like if I can keep a hold of the plot for the Naruto episode and be conscious of like the music I'm listening to, as well as actually making designs that I'm liking and doing good placement and things that I'm trying to create for my mind, then yeah, And I'm actually
we
juggling taxes.
Bro.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm at that point where I'm in the studio or I'm on phone calls making shit happen, making plays happen now. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I've done spent hours in the studio, and I got my own studio. So like, you know what I'm saying? Now I got like kajillion songs now for the people. Good songs. Just waiting now. So now I'm about to. We finna get ready to push them shits out.
What is it behind like sitting on your tracks? Is it because like I can relate to that, but like I don't know. Is there
marketing?
Yeah, but it's also first of all knowing the trajectory that you want to be in, and knowing the path, because a lot of people might not wanna because I'm not signing a deal. I'm doing straight independent, and I know in that direction I'm not gonna be. Everything I get will have to be me doing it. So by me doing it, it also trained, like you know what I'm saying, like he's training himself how to, you know what I'm saying, do the shit with his mind. I'm training myself how to, you know what I'm saying, maneuver shit and be more definite within these plays, because like I know with the music, you gotta shoot videos, you gotta have.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, you gotta have your promotionals. You gotta have your BMIs. You gotta everything. You gotta have your social medias. You gotta have your YouTubes, your Spotify's and shit like that, and domains. You gotta have a lot of distribution outlets too, man.
Yeah, and you gotta have your royalty collected, because you can't even launch anything without your collectors.
Like, and all of this shit is just making me now understand like how to make these how to make these plays and these moves and shit.
Well, you and I were talking about this, how like you were kind of saying like how hard it is to like you know, like keep making content, like as an artist, like it is kind of like hard to like kind of break that you know, and figure out like every day what you're gonna do, like what am I gonna do today, like keep promoting my shit, because like like it is music, and you know, but it's like it's a hard thing. It's not necessarily an easy thing to like market yourself in that position through Reels, Instagram, that kind of shit, because it is an auditory kind of like I don't know. There isn't as visual of a component as like say like podcasting or like you know, vlogging or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's the reason why I be trying to figure out like I do understand like it's multiple ways on how to get yourself like into that that position where you're making those different contents. It's just the fact that my point is it always stems to like being able to like fund this shit, because like I said, I'm going straight independent, meaning that it don't matter how good this music get, it'll be owned by me and my family, and that everything that I do is gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, owned by me and my family. And it's like that's the biggest reason why I'm not signing anyways. And also, you know what I'm saying, the whole little, I'm not signing my solo way too, because that's another thing that's embedded into that. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel that, man.
But yeah, no, owning shit, man, being an owner, it needs to be a lot more entrepreneurs than it actually like has been. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, owning and gaining wealth it's hard, because it's the consistency about doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because being wealthy and being on top of your shit, it does contain you to be like consistent and always on your shit, discipline. always doing the things constantly. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you're in, you know what I'm saying, a good like consistent motion. You know what I'm saying?
Consistent balance.
Yeah,
I worry about that all the time.
I think that's all anybody ever worries about, really, is trying to find the balance, because honestly, you don't need anything else if you're balanced. See, some people say that comfortability is underrated, but I don't think it's necessarily comfortability. I think it's true happiness. Because even if you work a 9 to 5, if you still get to come home and do everything that you would do if you had $1 million, just minus 8 hours a day, then what does it mean to you to be a millionaire? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Right. It literally doesn't mean anything. You have
to have the passion, for sure.
Well, think about it. Think about if you got everything you ever wanted tomorrow, how badly would that fuck up your life? Like, actually think about it.
How badly would that actually affect
my life? Because somebody, I can't remember who said it. Somebody said,
"Oh, you're just talking about like an overindulgence and like."
Well, no, not even that. Well, I think Mike Tyson. He said, "God God will give you everything you ever wanted. Fuck, I can't remember what he said now. I forgot. But he was literally talking about how like all these people with money, they just have a void because even if they don't want it, they don't want the money anymore because it's meaningless. Once you have it, it's meaningless because it's like, oh well, it's just wasteful. It's like a waste because fuck, it's so hard to explain because it's not an overindulgence. It's more of a I have no purpose now.
Sure.
It's more of a I've accomplished everything there is to accomplish. There's no greater goal for me. This is as high as I ever set a bar in my imagination.
Yeah.
And now I don't know where to go. What if I just wanted to fucking sit at home and play video games and order my pizza? What if I just wanted to get stupid high, play video games for 4 hours, and then pass out and have the greatest sleep? Sleep for 9 hours, wake up, go to work, sacrifice 7 hours, and then go home and do the same thing. What if I just want to live that fantasy for the rest of my life? And some people do. And that's why I'm saying, for some people that aren't, if you don't want to build an empire and continuously have it run, if you don't want to build something that will last essentially forever in your mind, then you probably don't need to be rich. Even if you think it would be nice.
That's facts.
Yeah, but I think that there are a lot of people who can use wealth in a positive
I think
way.
I think there's a difference between being a millionaire and having $20,000 in a bank account at one time.
Sure.
There's a difference between having $100,000 and $10,000 in a bank account at one time. I think anybody who makes 75 grand a year and is able to save 10K a year, which isn't with too beyond most people's means.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a great life. You'll never have to worry about money. Your car breaks down, you can buy a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
You never have really any real issue if you have about 10 to 30K in your bank. That's expendable, of course.
Yeah.
But like, and that's not true riches to most people. That's not rich to most people.
Not at all.
And I think even if you're right there and you do go to work so that you can keep that 10 to 30K, maybe you find a job where you have to work less, or maybe you get to dabble in other careers in different aspects. But yeah, I think you can definitely not chase riches and still be super, super happy.
Oh, sure. I'm not saying.
No, I wasn't saying you're
otherwise.
saying anything, but I was saying I think it's a common misconception, and like people should really pay attention to that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I do think that there are a lot of people, though, who do have a lot of wealth who contribute a lot to society.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
But if you don't have the mind for it, you don't need that. That's what I was saying.
I mean, that's fact.
Oh, okay.
If you don't have the mind for things like that, if you just want money to buy everything you ever wanted, then
but I gotta say this though. Okay, so now we do got a lot of people who probably in this level, right? In this part of our life, cause you know what I'm saying. Everybody, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know one nigga in the hood that don't want to be rich. To be honest, I don't know
what is rich.
Wait, hold on.
Ask them what is rich.
Oh, I know. The number.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Oh, I know. I'm from, like I said, I'm from Chicago.
That's facts.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, motherfuckers, when motherfuckers have that feeling like they want to be, it's because that's internally. That's what your real being wants you to do, is to succeed. You know what I'm saying? So it might not right now, you know what I'm saying, boil down to them knowing that they probably gonna want to do this and that, you know what I'm saying? Because once they get to that point, I'm pretty sure, just like any normal person, if you get to that money and anybody got $1 million in their bank, I'm not hearing one person not thinking, how the fuck can I keep this shit here? Because I don't ever want to go back. There's a lot of people, and they do show the dum-dums out there, but I have a huge doubt that it's not. I have a huge doubt that it's more people, you know what I'm saying, that's just blowing the fucking money than people actually getting that cash and actually trying to figure it out. Because bro, once that shit goes, you see a lot of them trying to get back to that position too. You got to think about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that comes down to education. Right?
Yeah,
I don't think people are properly
that's
educated.
what it is. I feel like people need to understand like that drive or that want for you to be in that position stems from an actual like talent that you have, but you just got to seek it from within. I always feel like in anybody's life, I don't think anybody ever want to be fucking poor. I feel like, to be honest, if everybody had the choice and the option, they'd be able to choose to have $1 billion in their bank anytime they want. Because guess what? They know having those resources means that they don't have to worry about that extra shit. But they know to keep that money, you have to do something.
Okay, but
unless you're Jesus.
Unless you're Jesus. But
that's still what I'm saying is having how much money is enough to not have to do the extra shit that you're talking about. Like,
probably what, at least 100K.
No, nobody's
200K.
saying that. But I'm saying like I don't think anybody is looking for that because I feel like eternally, like real life, when people get that money, they're gonna be thinking about so much other shit that they really can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like when a decent lot of people get money, a lot of people start researching about different things and different like different places that they can go. You know what I'm saying? Like I've most definitely seen people, and I know people who said like, when I get this type of money, I ain't going to no Miami. I ain't going to no niggas was talking about they going to Egypt. They talking about they going to like specific points of this world where, you know what I'm saying, they ain't never been, to the beauties of life. You really think when people step out of that normal comfort zone, like anybody from Chicago, even including me, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't noticed it until I left. You know what I'm saying? When I stepped out, I noticed I wanted more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when I was in Chicago, I'm gonna be real with you, I wasn't thinking about anything outside of Chicago. I'm gonna be real.
Well, what's wrong with like wanting to
ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying once you gain access to that resource,
there's always gonna be
a point.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna once you taste the fruits of the bitter fruits of life, and nigga, you're not gonna wanna go back. Ain't nobody gonna do that. Why do you, like we said, Kanye West, he seen that money and he did see it go away, but he still goddamn asking them, hey, don't take no more. Nah, I was just playing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That you don't hear too much, but that's what I mean though. Like, you can't trust all these people. You know what I'm saying? Money is the root of all evil, but at the same time, it's the thing that keeps us. You know what I'm saying? It is.
Money is just an exchange.
No, because anybody will do anything for that type of shit. Because we didn't used to exchange like that. We used to exchange goods, common goods.
Yeah, but money is the filter between that. Instead of like having to go into your cabinet and like trade food, you just have like this dollar amount.
Just think about this. You sell everything for let's say you sell all your shit and you get $100,000, and you throw that $100,000 into getting all your shit back. That's all you doing. That's
what?
When you
because you gotta live.
Yeah, you gotta live. You literally, let's say you sell everything for this money, right?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
But I'm just saying like telling people the logic, like it's the logics of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Sorry.
Because like the way people perceive this, and this is the reason why I'm saying, like, when they get that cash, it's not no, you know what I'm saying, no regular just, you know what I'm saying, they just gonna blow that shit. Like I really do feel like, you know what I'm saying, getting to a certain point in life, like anybody, I can't tell you nobody that I don't know anybody who don't want to live that type of lifestyle, who don't want to be able to travel, you know.
Yeah, but you can do that with $30K in your bank account.
I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying just I don't know nobody who wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Even some niggas that's in the hood, like, bro, I'm like, you want to go to Dubai, nigga? What the fuck?
Yeah, Dubai.
You ain't even finna college, eh? How you want to go out there? But that's what I'm saying. Everybody want the best. Everybody want the best for their life. Everybody want this, but it is that work. You have to find it in yourself and find what's really what's that thing about you.
It just depends on how much you really want it.
No, for real. And
that's literally all it is.
That's the divider too.
Like this world, life is what you make it. Whether you like it or not. But I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. Whether you like it or not, the life is what you make it. It's given to you. You have the same ability on damn near as anybody else. I came from nothing. My mother's on disability for most of my life, living off damn near $30K a year. His life is what you make it. I just got done living in Colorado for 3 years.
Bro.
I did it without having a license. Found a way. Like, you can craft damn near anything you fucking want. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And these niggas just complaining.
That's factory.
Money isn't everything either, but yeah, you do need it to open doors.
It comes
you do
with,
need
it
to
comes
open
with
doors.
finding yourself, though. That shit automatically come when you find yourself.
Well, there's beauty in every light.
Well, yeah, and you can be charitable with money. I mean, there are people who have a lot of money who give to people who are, or like, you know, they set up organizations or businesses or whatever.
And I think that's really where it comes into. I wouldn't just give out money to charities because I feel like that's the most lazy, disrespectful shit.
No, not charities. Like opening up like
that's what I'm saying is I'm agreeing with you. Like actually opening up organizations. Well, not disrespectful, but like if you have $25 million and you're not actually working on shit every day, why the fuck don't you go start an organization, actually foresee it yourself instead of sending your money out to an organization and hoping that it's being used for good? Especially motherfuckers that aren't doing research. They're just like, oh yeah, send it to this. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I get you. No, like, I get you. That's a valid point.
What is wrong with you? It's like you have all this money, you're not doing anything, but like you're saying, like traveling to all these places and having yacht parties and doing, you know, like it's like, why not actually, like you're saying, you can do a lot of good with money. And I think like there's a difference between doing a lot of good and just giving yourself and other people the idea that you're doing good.
But that's also goes down to what I said in the beginning, the intention.
Yeah, the intent, you know and where,
the intention has
the
to be
morale
pure.
behind it.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of that can be negated if you just educate people. I think that's a lot of problem. Like, and you know, this kind of goes into like, you know, kind of where my mind goes with all this is, which is like government intervention.
Right.
I think when you have like education that is like, you know, in a sense like tainted by this entity, the government, like that's you have these problems where like people aren't educated on these kind of things. Like they don't understand that, you know, there are certain things that they can bargain or negotiate and like, you know,
that is true
work
too.
through all that, you know.
Shit, the people don't know this shit. And that's
it's because they don't try to know. We've been so brainwashed. Like it's a psychological game that's been played. And that's what I'll say. It's all a psychological game that's been played. And like the masses have been swayed. Bro. We are retarded. I'm not gonna say that. The masses have been swayed. You all have all been fucking bamboozled. Just so you know,
that's a
all
fact.
you motherfuckers been tricked.
It's a fact.
I encourage anybody watching this podcast to look up what is money. If you've never done that, go look up what is money. Where does it come from? How was it created?
Just read they books. They
spend 12 hours on it. Just spend a good 2 days or like 4 days doing a couple hours, and I promise you'll be pissed off.
But just read. Not even if you don't want to. But check it. If you don't even want to read the books. Like now,
you can watch videos.
It's on YouTube. I'm telling
you.
You
watch videos.
I swear to God, they got the whole like book. Bro, just go read books. Go read Outwit and the Devil, bro. Go read these different books. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
43 Laws of Power.
43 Laws of Power. Go read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm pretty sure most people heard about that. But
I don't really like Rich Dad Poor Dad personally, just because.
But it's
but he's pretty much a scammer.
But it's just a concept though. It's just a mindset on you know. What I'm saying?
It is a good psychological book.
I feel like. And that's the reason why I say like you gotta read. I feel like a lot of I'm not gonna lie. When I get my money up, I am gonna have a library.
Yeah, bro. But everybody should.
Most
everybody
definitely.
should have
And
libraries.
I feel like everybody should get up with the reading shit.
You guys read regularly?
Well, I read from time to time. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice.
I don't read books regularly, but I do like tap into feeds and shit a lot.
Oh, sure.
And like, not necessarily like social media feeds, like I'll think about something or I'll see something on social media and then I'll like go into like
so you're almost
dive
doing
into
research.
rabbit holes. Yeah, I research shit a lot, and I'll spend like time on wiki pages and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like wiki pages, but like you get it, and like Reddit backrooms and shit. Like, looking at conversations scientists and shit are having, and like.
What kind of books do you guys read when you read?
I read all kinds of books, low-key.
Yeah. Well, I just read more that.
Like fiction, nonfiction. Like, is there a certain?
I just read more. See, mine's don't really have. It's more of a topic. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really specifically do any specific, but it's more over a topic because I don't really care to like go into they like fictional or fairy tales. but like I don't go into those realms to engulf into that matrix. I actually read that shit to actually understand what they saying, because like I said, you know what I'm saying, they done put so much in their books, in the shows, in all the movies and everything else, but they want to say that it's fake. They want to call everything. No, I'm not believing in that, because literally Aristotle is the person who invented the what we think or call logic. Anybody can look that shit up. It's out there. Like, let's be real. You know, logic is a man-made thing. It's not what the cosmic law is. And that's the reason why science really can't comprehend a lot of this shit. That's the reason why when what's that man name? Albert Einstein, when they found out, or when they actually, you know what I'm saying, came across quantum entanglement, the man didn't want to believe that it existed, but it is, because it defines all logic. It defines all logic.
You know, I was actually listening to a podcast about that, how there are all these like different levels of dimension stuff that like Einstein did acknowledge, and like how I don't remember any of the names of these people, but like there was some physicist who was like just saying things that were like people like, you know, basically consider malarkey, and they just like don't even acknowledge him. But like he's like just he's just like, you can tell he's just like so smart and just like on a different realm, and just like, but like the fact that nobody's even willing to acknowledge it because of like the peer review system and all these things, like people,
because once you start going down that rabbit hole, everybody calls you what? Crazy.
Yep, conspiracy theorists, etc. Conspiracy theorist is like a term coined by the government, literally. You know?
And they actually did just prove that we don't understand quantum entanglement, because we have recently learned how to make quantum equations and theoretically eventually figure out how to time travel.
No, they know quantum entanglement. Why you think they already built the quantum computer?
Oh no,
that no. Let me tell you something.
They built the quantum computer to see if they could make the equation, to see if they could actually calculate a quantum realm.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. They know way more than than what they've been telling us, because they have it in a systems. They know it. They have it in the database. It's nothing that we can't. It's nothing that we saying now they don't know. Like literally, the only thing they don't know is certain things that they're looking for, and that's the reason why they're here. But that's what I'm saying. What they try to do is try to make sense, quote unquote sense, of the other world. Like, that's the reason why, the only reason why we can see cartoons is through a TV. Why we see all these dragons is with their CGI. You feel me? You feel me? Why we see everything else with, you know what I'm saying, through this
Are we talking about books, Tyree?
I'm talking about everything that that they do, bro.
I thought we were just being asked about what kind of books we read.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
how did
everything.
we get this far, bro?
This is the show, bro.
This is that. Literally, you got to keep up with the conversation.
I'm trying.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
This is where their tension drops off.
Yeah. He done fucked the whole momentum up. You gotta keep
these fucking books.
Yeah,
talking about these boring ass
too
books.
damn high. You gotta come down. Right. Yeah, we keep up with it. Once you look this back, you gonna be like, oh, that's what he was talking about, man. Look this back. Don't let this man screw y'all up with the shit I was saying, right? He got me forgetting the path that I was going on. Goddamn.
What do you think about UFOs?
They've been here. They're real.
Simple. Next question.
Yeah. I mean,
there's been some guy I haven't actually looked at, but there's been like some crazy shit.
No, there's definitely.
They talked about UFOs way back then, even in the books. That's what I've been trying to say. They do it in books and movies.
Oh, yeah.
Can you now? You connected.
Yeah. He said, "Are you back in?"
Thank you. You see, like I said, y'all do not overindulge in weed too much. And smoke a little bit. But don't overdose.
Don't get like me over here right now.
It'll fry your shit.
You know?
Alright? Keep up with the conversation. I bet some motherfuckers be like, God damn,
man, I've been talking it straight for damn near 2 hours. You expect me not to fuck up at all? Come on, no.
I don't have the energy for this argument, but I disagree with you.
Well, no, I'm not saying.
There's sometimes at the end of episodes where like somebody says something and like I'm like the part like I have to like weigh it like how, do I really want to just do 20 minutes of this podcast like talking with this person about this? Or do I just want
I also wanted to talk about what books I read. I thought that was a topic we were on.
Sorry. What?
That's why I asked the question.
But when I linked it back, he was like,
no, you were still aligned. I mean, I was talking to you about the topic actually while you were talking about it too. I just came back full circle and was like, well, nigga, aren't we? Because you were starting to go off a little bit.
I stayed on track.
You were on track, but I'm saying you were starting to go off for a while.
I wasn't going
It was a question for both of us.
Yeah, you answered yours.
No, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. Well, I ain't the only one that's hot.
Did he just say something?
No, well, he was saying that he did the internet.
And then when
stuff,
I said he asked me, and I was like, I do mine topic based. He said he don't really have.
No, you asked.
Rewind this shit back.
You said
he never stated the books.
Fiction or nonfiction?
We did not. We never
Yeah,
stated.
you were saying you don't like too much fiction, or you don't read fiction to live in the fairy tale world.
Everything to quantum physics.
No.
Literally, I said
all
I don't have a specific. He gave his thing. I was like, I don't have anything specific. I said I go read topic based. I go off topics, like not really like.
Yeah, you're missing a piece of the conversation.
So like, what kind of topics? I guess.
No, you literally said, do you read fiction or nonfiction?
I never said fiction.
I know you said,
and I never said nonfiction.
You said no. You literally said I don't read fiction.
Hey, this is gonna be a good one for us to rewind back because once we see this shit from the beginning, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit,
okay,
he didn't say that."
Okay.
God damn, I'm high as hell.
Okay.
I'm giving you this break right now to just pump the brake and don't continue that one. No, for real, because my thing is like once you see this back, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I was tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
We out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Now you keep interrupting me when I try to explain myself.
So guys, fiction or nonfiction?
He just asked that.
Yeah.
Okay, what you going?
Nah.
What kind of books you guys reading though? Like for real? None.
This is how brothers speak, by the way.
Fuck, nigga. Yeah.
But now, what type of books you read? Fiction?
No, I do be reading. I read both of them, but I read more of like nonfiction. Like I liked War Dogs a lot. I read War Dogs. I read Millionaire Fastlane. That was a good one. It's a finance book. I read some fictional. I actually met an author at the restaurant I used to work at in Colorado, and he gave me 2 books signed by him, and he was a fictional artist, so I read his books. It's like The Adventures of Andalon, and then I can't remember the name of the other one. It's a book about like fairies and stuff, but it was really interesting to see kind of how his mind worked and stuff like that. I think that's why I read fiction anytime, is just to see how the author's mind works and like how extravagant the stories can get.
Yeah, escaping away almost.
Well, I don't really think that it's escape because I've never been able to visualize myself in a story or visualize myself or make like I've never been good with pictification.
You know, I have the same issue actually.
So that's why I don't really read fictional books too much. I read more informational stuff most of the time, like
I've been
biographies.
experiencing that myself. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard. I don't think it's because I lack imagination, because I'm literally an artist. Yeah, and I'm a graphic designer too. So
yeah.
Wait, you said you do read fictional or you don't?
I read both. Yeah, I do, but I read it more to kind of like tap in with the author's creativity more. Yeah. Like as an artist, I can appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now I'm reading a book about like the Soviet Union rise called The White Pill.
Oh yeah, my sister read that actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she read that. I think her junior year, or not her sophomore year in college.
Oh no, this movie
like
this book like just came out.
Oh, it just came out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's The White Pill by Michael Mouse. It's like this book about like the rise of basically communism and socialism in the Soviet Union, and like basically the rise and fall of it, and like how it affected people and such. But yeah, like I feel like I read like just like I've been getting really into the informative. Like that's just something like in my adult life I've been like like I feel like I need like just like a stream of information. But the problem with the book is it's so fucking depressing.
Yeah,
like,
and it drags out a lot of times with shit like that, and that's why I can't read too many books. That's why I read a lot of feeds now and shit like that, because I can read a depressing story if it's only 2 pages.
I can't read no depression, nothing. I keep that depressing ass shit away from me, bro. For real. I read shit that's mostly uplifting.
That's
I
fire.
read shit that I really just I dabble in history books, like my history. When I go into the white man's literature, that's just when I'm trying to find out certain things for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But mainly I'm figuring out who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get caught up into that matrix shit. Like I'm trying not to get caught up in that matrix anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's information that I'm really looking for, and that's why I say I'm more topic based. I'm not really on any like fictional and shit like that.
Yeah.
I actually go in like.
I see what you're saying now.
Cause like I said, my shit can sound fictional to some people, but you know what I'm saying, it's like when you go down that rabbit hole and actually like dig up information, it's like you can't really unsee the shit that you will find out. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of shit out here that, you know what I'm saying, that they know that they just ain't telling us. You know what I'm saying?
You're just jumping
I do believe
around.
that too.
Yeah. So that's really just my basis of where my literature is at right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out more about who I am. You did?
Hell yeah. Guys, we've been going for almost 2 hours, if not
Bro,
longer. So
ooh, can we do one last shout out? real
yes. Give guys, where can people find you? Give your plugs, all that.
Bro, first off, I want to shout out Imago. You know what I'm saying? Clothing line LLC.
Up on that shit.
That will be launching here soon. That's my clothing line. Also, it was, you know what I'm saying, launched and helped launch by, you know what I'm saying, Totem Enterprise. No. Yeah, Totem Enterprise, right? You know what I'm saying? Actually, another buddy of ours who created his business strictly off of the, you know what I'm saying, his own, you know what I'm saying, intelligence, his own, you know what I'm saying, mindset. And it's to help people build, you know, their own businesses and stuff like that. Literally, you know what I'm saying, go tap into that. And yeah, you know what I'm saying, founder of BKN Labels, you know what I'm saying. And everybody, March 5th, your boy will be out there in Lefties from 9 to 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Check your boy out, KN Dot. We will be performing, and it's like a little like talent show contest, a little something. And it's you know what I'm saying, the top 3. You know what I'm saying? Go to Chicago, open up for, you know what I'm saying, Trippie Redd, Polo G. You know what I'm saying, Gorilla, in Montana 300 and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying, really just I just want everybody to just go out there and just support, you know what I'm saying, not just me, but just all of the talent out there, because it is a lot of people out here that is trying. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, at least give people a chance.
March 5th. What day of the week is that?
Oh, that's a Sunday. Fuck yeah.
I'll have to check that out, man. That sounds fun.
Man. I want to shout out Menace Music, Menace Creatives, my clothing brand, and kind of my label and what I got going on. Dab Media, my marketing agency, be launched soon. And going into what KN was saying over here about Totem Enterprises, you know, it's more of a service exchange based business. You know, you kind of get registered EIN, just that important stuff, and really be flexible with trying to get what you want to get going. So definitely tap in with some of those things, man. Check out the merch, check out the performances, support your local art, support your local people.
And not to cut my brother off, but we got a tape coming out soon.
I don't want to talk too much.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk too much about when, but it's coming out soon. Drae Dot, you know what I'm saying? It's a little smaller, something that we trying to just, you know what I'm saying, show our creativity to the world, and just, you know what I'm saying, give our appreciation back to the people who, you know what I'm saying, fuck with us too. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to McAllister Albert, you know what I'm saying, giving us an open platform, you know what I'm saying, to speak our mind and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, guys. I appreciate
Big
both
shit.
Guys, it's been a pleasure.
Hell yeah, brother, man.
Good time as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a fun episode. We really
Hell
went
yeah.
off the rails. Like I was saying, guys off camera,
Got
like
fun.
I haven't done pod in like 2 weeks. So this is a fun one to dive back into it.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of chill, laid back.
Hell yeah, that's
interesting topic.
That's what I try to do with the show, you know. And like some people, I feel like some people maybe get turned off by that when they want to come on, but like I don't give a fuck, you know. enough people like it, so I keep doing it.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun, definitely.
None of us are experts. None of us are, whatever. We're just here talking,
It's
just having regular conversation.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's like a little
facts.
digress, kind of,
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was a good wind down for the day too.
Yeah.
Oh, for real.
I'm about to go
the
back
sack.
to the crib
Get some
and go to
salad in
sleep.
my damn stomach. I ain't gonna lie. All this
I ain't
goddamn-
ate in damn 5 hours.
Really?
7 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I only ate literally a sandwich today.
That's not good, bro.
I ate
Damn.
nothing. I'm
pretty
damn near
good, bro.
fasted.
Damn, one
You
of those
can't
days.
be doing that. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Guys, Dre the Menace. The Macau Stars podcast. We're here every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Check out our website, MacauStars.com. We have a Patreon exclusive content there. They can, you have to pay the subscription for a minimal fee of $4. Or no, we have a $1 tier and a $4 tier. So we got plenty of content there. Also, just make sure to, follow these guys and check out what we're doing here in Iowa.
Yep.
All right. Peace. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace out.